What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. We are back out here on the boat. We got Robbie, Melissa, and Ben on board today, and as you can tell, we are offshore looking for kelp patties currently. We found our first one of the day, just soaking a bait on it here real quick. Tons of bait swimming around, but the plan today is to look for kelps, try to find some Dorado on our way out to the Bluefin Tuna zone, which is about 25-30 miles offshore for where I've been seeing a lot of them lately. So the goal is to spend a few hours looking around for Dorado while we have this nice calm slick water, easy to find those kelps. We do have the high tide at about 11:30 today, and those bluefin have been showing on the slack high and low tide. So that's the plan for today. Stick with us, should be a good one.
I didn't even move the wheel, I just put it in reverse.
You got scared. Pump it just like straight forward. All right, so second kelp patty of the day. It's got probably, what you say, 10 Dorado on it, Ben?
What I saw,
at least 10 Dorado on it, but the only problem is they're not eating. And I did notice that the bait underneath the kelp patty, there were sardines underneath the patty, so it tells me that this has been hit already today. Also looking around and seeing that there's tons of boats, there's almost no way that everyone drove past this one. So if that's the case, I might have to jump in and try to shoot one. I hope I don't have to do that because this water is pretty green and the sun is still pretty low. I'd like jumping in when the water's clean, sun's above my head, because I think the sharks can see me better. What are you doing? What was that? All right, well, we thought it was a kelp patty when we got bit. We just dropped the Mad Mac back, but what are you doing, Rob?
Shark bait.
Oh my gosh, are we eating Mako tonight, or are we letting this guy go? Look how cute he is.
Yeah, little boy.
That is a Mako shark. One of the fastest fish in the ocean. Just barely got him skin hooked too. Not trying to lose my pinky. That's pretty cool. We'll let this guy go. They are delicious eating. Look at all those things growing off his fin right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your light kept changing directions.
Yeah, I was watching that. And I was like, what is going on?
So without risking getting tagged by this guy and or him ending up with this thing in his mouth, we just use the gaff, kind of turn the hook, try and pop it out the other side. Luckily he doesn't have it too deep. Dang, look at those teeth.
I know. Just trying to get you.
Most of it doesn't help.
I'm gonna try to grab his tail.
It's like point the rod tip down.
Gotcha.
Come on, buddy.
Alright, down. Hey, bud.
Bye.
He's free. Such a cool fish. Love those things. But we thought it was kelp and it wasn't kelp. So
It wasn't kelp.
guess we caught something. Just keep doing that. Check for frays. Just got straight.
Just right.
Yeah, that's good. No harm done. Just a couple of. Yeah, that's definitely from the Mako right there, because the hook doesn't reach that far.
Yeah. He was hungry. Bit. Going straight under the boat. Got him. Coming down with you. Oh. Still there?
Yep.
There we go, man.
Doubles! Ben's freaking launching his in the boat. I like it.
Yeah, I know.
He's fishing 20 pounds of drag over here. Whale! Sorry, dude. Dude, that whale came up in the middle of that foamer. That was crazy.
Let me come on the other side of you.
So don't try to
ahead, go ahead.
Not you, I'm sorry.
Just make sure. Yep. It's nice when you hook them on 80 pound, huh?
Yeah, probably. Oh my god, they're still foaming.
I know. They'll do though. This is what it's gonna look like all day. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good one. Wind.
Sorry. Oh, here, give me the rod.
All right, that's number one, baby. Sick. First foamer. You learn a lot the first 2 days out here casting all those different baits into those foamers. 2 mackerel went in the foamer, 2 bites. So we're gonna get this one in, slide into the back. Look at that.
Holy
Mine almost ripped out. That's a 60. So we're completely surrounded. We had a rough start to the morning. We found a kelp patty that had some Dorado on it. We tried to get him to bite, slow trolled around it. Ben and I jumped in to try to shoot him. Yeah, there's fish popping everywhere. But the water clarity was pretty bad and they were a little skittish. So as soon as we got out of the water, we had 2 boats just come up and like run over my troll line, and just weekend fishing can be absolutely crazy. But look at this over here. No rush. I'd rather kill this one. If he's pulling drag, that one's gonna big. Dude, that one just blew an anchovy like 20 feet in the air.
You want to cast that one?
Spiders! Anyway, so
No,
it's sick to
already
finally
got
find our own zone, very close to where I've been fishing the last few days that I've been out here, and the tuna are obviously still here, so let's go. Oh, dude, this is crazy.
That was it.
Was it? Or they hit your line?
They're in your.
Get a little
Fishing
workout?
was fun, huh?
Oh, and pour some beer in this guy's mouth. Is what you wanted.
Rad!
Good fight update. The fish kind of went down around us. I got picked up just drifting a mackerel way out back, but it swam at me, so I wasn't able to wind quick enough to come tight on that fish. Reeled in the big old mackerel and it had teeth marks on it. So we got one soaking out the back. We're looking for more spots of fish to come up. Rob's over here trying to pull on this one, and it's definitely one of those bigger fish. So hopefully we can get this one on the boat, because that'll be out big. It's your daddy.
It's a reverse, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's so fun when it's not me. Rods it down right here if you need to. Try to wind that
It's so small.
Oh, dude, he splashed in my food. All right, that's fish number 2. Another one of those 55, 60 pounders. Crazy. Let's get a reaction from Rob on that one. How'd that go?
That was terrible. He's so small, that thing kicked my butt. Jeez.
Crushed it. He's not small.
I've caught bigger ones on 40 pounds.
Right in the corner of the mouth right there. Look at that hole. Just from the fight, look at how big that hole is. That's why I've learned the hard way multiple times. It's better to fight the fish on pretty heavy drag, get them in, and not let that hole where, like, as soon as you hook them, it's just a little pin hook. But the longer the fight goes on, look how big that hole can get. And a little bit of slack, and he turns his head the wrong way, that can pop right out. So dangerous game, but circle hook did its job. Now we are back in business. We are slow trolling again. The fish haven't popped up for a few minutes, but I do love the area we're in. We just saw a big mako shark jump right back here. There's some birds working around. So yeah, we're gonna box this area in until we run out of beer or get bored. Usually those two things happen around the same time. So yeah, that's the plan, is just circle around this giant kelp patty. There's another giant kelp patty over here and lots of little stringers and tons of bait. So those bluefin just keep breezing through, coming through, blowing up on bait whenever they feel like it. We just hit that slack high tide, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of hours. But yeah, super stoked to get those two. When was the last time you caught a bluefin, dude?
Ooh, it's been a year.
Only one?
1 year.
Only 1 year? That's not too bad.
Yeah. It's on the Pacifica last time I did.
Okay. How big was the one you caught there?
I got a 50-pound yellowfin. I actually didn't catch a bluefin that year.
When was the last time you caught a bluefin?
Ooh, that's gonna be 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. I got my butt kicked on that one though.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that reel out. I think it was the reel's fault, to be honest with you. That thing, he was lifting the fish up, but he was having a hard time getting any line back. One of the things it could have been is the fact that it was mono. There's so much stretch in it, and that rod was super soft that it was just kind of playing like cat and mouse with the tuna. Or I don't know, maybe the gear ratio is weird on it. Who knows?
It could be. I don't know.
Let's not use that one again. We just had this boat drive over our lines here.
Might need to actually chase it down a little bit.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Anyways, that guy just ran over our lines as I was cleaning this fish and just kept going. So we're slow trolling here. Immediately after he runs over our lines, we get smoked and see a big blow up, and this one's stuck right now. So Ben's gonna slide up to the bow here. Sorry, I was cleaning. Whew. That's number 3 that we've gotten a hook in. I was gilling and gutting these bluefin here to put them on the ice. I love gutting them on the water because you can fill that cavity with ice, get them nice and cool. But slow it down, Rob. Keep it tight, Ben. Rod, step up. Slow it down, slow it down. Yeah, we missed a few blow-ups on the mackerel, but these little, I don't want to say little, they're beautiful fish, but these like 60-pounders were hitting the mackerel and not getting the hook. So we switched to slow trolling sardines. We kept the 80-pound, but we switched to a smaller circle hook. And as soon as we did that, what, 5 minutes later? It's been what, maybe 10?
10 minutes later, yeah.
We got smoked and this one stuck. So let's see how,
staying in the zone.
See what Melissa does here. Let's go. We didn't get it on film, but while Rob was fighting his fish, I was pouring beer in his mouth. Maybe that's what Melissa needs. It's like spinach.
Yes. Yeah. Popeye.
Tackling fuel.
Popeye, yeah. I turned into Popeye and I still couldn't get it.
Dude, look at around us. You can see there's boats all on the horizon. I honestly hope they're all getting bit. That would be sick, but I'm very happy that we have our own probably square mile to ourselves, huh?
Can't see us. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they can't see the baby boat.
Yeah,
they can't see the skiff. So sick. Well, yeah, Phoenix isn't gonna break the rod. We're gonna find out.
Is it warranted?
$60, brand new one. I did it once. There you go. The addiction is real. Again, shout out to Adam Baker for making these custom gaffs.
Yes.
Look at that. It cost me $1 for the paracord. I think $5 for this thing. And then I went and I found some bamboo. Wrapped it myself. They haven't broke yet.
Good.
Not yet. I did make the one out of the broomstick down there, just for those bigger fish, because I know the broomstick won't break. The paracord and or hook itself will probably bend out before that. These will break. A lot of people break the bamboo gaffs because they'll gaff the fish and then like try to bend the gaff with the weight of the fish on it. That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stick the fish, go straight up and down, so there's no leverage on it. That way all the weight's on that hook, not on the gaff itself. So that bamboo is nice because it is relatively flexible and light, but it is not meant for gaffing that fish and leaning on it like this, because that will snap on the smallest of yellowtail. Even, right? You watch the deckhands do it and they do that all day. Just stick straight up and down, come up. Pro tip. There we go. Look at that. That's definitely a bigger fish. That one's. That might be.
Like
That
80.
might.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
Oh, I hate having that knot going through the guide stresses me out. There we go. Melissa's doing great over there. Ben's just holding the rod, keeping it from sliding. I don't have anything to keep that rod from sliding towards the bow on these death circles. Dude, that one might be. Uh-oh, wind. Uh-oh. Okay, rod's in the water, in the water.
Hold on. Oh, easy.
Yeah,
easy,
in the
easy.
water. You guys got to be able to get up.
You're lying.
I don't think you like that. I know, but so he got out of his death circle, stood straight up. That's what happened after we fought that big one.
Yeah.
As he stood straight up and turned directions and tail wrapped himself and broke off. So it's like it can happen like that.
But there's really no like avoiding that.
And it's just
right?
hoping that that doesn't happen, honestly. Or when he like stands straight up, you gotta crank and get
Yeah.
him to the gaff. He splashed me.
Yeah, he did.
Woo! Yeah, boys. Yeah, boys. Ben, well done.
I contributed to this. Yeah. God, thank you.
There we go. Oh, look at that beauty.
Where do you want to bring him up front?
Oh, man.
Walk him to the front.
Oh, he's a lot bigger.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
That'll go 100.
Yeah?
That'll go 100. Look at how
I
perfect
helped.
that circle is. It hook in his
I
mouth
did it
there.
a little bit.
That thing is perfect.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I put it in free spool too soon.
Yeah. Woo! Thanks, Melissa. Good job, by the way. Melissa, I was talking to you.
What?
I said good job, by the way.
I almost had it in.
Good job. Yeah, you had it that color.
Whoops.
It's just so I get the gaff out of them.
Dude. There you go.
All right, so it can do it.
Woo!
How was that? Sick?
Let me get this out.
Yeah, that's all right. That's a casualty of war when you stick a gaff in a fish and you go free spool and it kicks a few times. What happened is I stuck that fish and Ben put it in free spool and it pulled me under the boat, so it just like it just pulled another like maybe 1.5 to 2 feet of line while he was in free spool. So a little backlash never hurt nobody.
Now
Nope.
I don't feel as bad.
That circle hook is in his
Big
mouth.
ol', yeah, big ol'. Like I was saying,
Sardine too.
you put the sardine on the 5/0 hook.
Yeah.
What? Dude, that's so sick. So Ben apparently didn't change his hook. Like I was just.
use the 25. That would have been a nightmare.
No, yeah, I thought you were gonna change the hook. Yeah, a nightmare on the for sure. Look at that circle hook right in the corner of the mouth. So Ben didn't even. Yeah, look at that big old hook with the. I mean, the sardines were 6-inch sardines, but a 5/0 circle hook on 80 pounds slow trolling. You like, if you would have told me 5 years ago that all I had to do to catch a 100-pound bluefin is slow troll a sardine on 80 pound, I would have been like, you're crazy. But on a 5/0 hook, you guys like fish the right gear, be confident in it. That's crazy. I didn't even know you.
That's
You
surprising.
didn't switch to the 2/0. Whatever. That works.
Good.
Yeah, the whale. Get the whale. Oh, look at the whale. What? Just smoked that big ball. Oh my god, you see the whale's mouth?
Yeah.
What? That was crazy. How sick was that?
Well, now they're all
You got
gonna
the
be
orange
gone.
gremlins, dude. You can do whatever you want.
That's that.
Just ate the whole Even at Adam, even at full the drags on this. Throw a couple really head ones.
Trying to sneak in. Oh.
All right, so I see a little mako. Look at him. Oh, he's so sick.
He's a little guy.
That's so cool. Oh yeah. We're hooked up to a bluefin over here. Almost hand feeding a little baby mako shark. So sick. Is it the same bluefin?
Yeah, he's got the same crap on his fin.
Look at him checking it out.
Yeah.
So cool.
Boy, I know this
Got him on a big one. We got color.
Deep color. Yeah, deep color.
It's like right here. Just trying to keep the rod from slipping. No.
Got it down to a science on this boat there, Adam.
Yep. A lot of trial and error this week, man.
Okay.
Oh, coming in front of us again too. Just non-stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Here he comes.
Oh, he's under the boat. He's under the boat. Under the boat. Why?
Took a bit. Took a little more than an inch. You can't tell how big he is. He's another like 60 pounder.
Yeah, yeah.
Pissed off
Pretty
him.
big.
Yeah, he's pretty angry. He's still pretty lively, dude.
Going low gear.
Still got a little energy in him.
That's what you did when I
Deep
was
color.
doing it? Switch
Yeah,
it to low.
so it doesn't bring as much in, but it takes less effort to
Yeah.
make the handle.
He's switching.
He
Switching
looks
on him.
really big.
He's right under. He's under the boat. Under the boat. Under the boat.
Jeez. Dude, that was a wily one.
He's a big guy.
Oh, I hit him in the belly, but I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, he turned his head game right up towards the belly. I cranked him to the rod tip. I literally popped the hook.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, I'm not breaking his rod, so
Woo!
we're getting a gutter on him.
Number 4. There we go. Fatty.
Yeah, he's-
nice one. He's still
Dude,
pretty
that's
angry
another,
though.
yeah, dude, that one's, that's a nice one.
That's a really big guy.
Yeah, pretty good. Get yours up.
Oh, I was like,
Nice, dude. Let's go. We're just trying to get home. Honestly, but we keep running into these stupid bluefish. Good night. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, number 4, we'll keep working our way home, and if we keep seeing spots of fish, we will keep slow trolling and casting these mackerel into them. All right, we just made it back in the harbor. Another epic day offshore. Honestly, one of my best bluefin fishing days of all time, to be honest with you, especially on my boat. Just incredible to get out there and get 4 50-plus bluefin on the 18-foot boat amongst a sea of yachts. And yeah, I really don't know what to say, man. Like, it started off so rough, just like I saw all the boats and then ended up on that kelp patty and having those guys run over the lines, and just I was just not in the best mood. And then we found our own little zone and it clicked, started biting. The double hookup from these 2 gentlemen here. Melissa pulling on her first big bluefin, I guess. right?
Yeah.
Because last year's was kind of a little baby.
Yeah,
But yeah, honestly, couldn't have asked for a better day. On the cruise back in, we saw a couple other spots of fish, but it glassed off just perfectly. Able to cruise back at 25 knots. We all stayed pretty dry. So yeah, honestly, can't beat it, man. Cannot beat it. So we are back here at Ben and Melissa's house. We're in the garage just filleting some fish. We've already gone through the 2 smaller fish. We kept them on ice in our kill bags overnight. This is that bigger fish that was probably, I would say, we did do the measurements. Did you keep the line, Ben? Yeah, we should probably measure that, and we'll give you guys, I'll put it up right now how much it actually weighed, but we did tape it out, cut some fishing line for the girth and length. I would guess 95 to 105 pounder, just comparing it to the other few fish that I've caught this year. But absolutely beautiful bluefin. We did remove the head and the gills and guts before we packed it full of ice. That way we could fill the cavity with ice, make sure it was nice and cold overnight. But yeah, I'm just gonna run through the top and bottom loin on one side for you guys real quick, show you how I like to cut the bluefin. So I do have 2 fillet knives. I have like a boning knife to help me remove the collar and also cut down the center and kind of peel that spine back, because there's a lot of like really kind of gnarly sinews that hold the meat to the spine, and I like using a boning knife to kind of clear those, and then I use a Victorinox to do the rest of the work. So I'll go ahead and cut through this real quick. I like to start with the collar here. Spin them around. Cut down right here. That's go. One collar removed, and now that I removed the collar, you look right here, you can see where that bloodline starts. Just looking at it from the outside, a lot of people assume that the bloodline is right here, so they'll cut from the center all the way down, but it's actually just slightly above the center. So right here is where that bloodline is. So I'll do first cut right there, follow that all the way down towards the middle. All the way to the tail right there. And then you can just follow it down again until you hear that knife kind of clicking that spine. There we go. Now we know we have it all the way down. So what I'm doing now is, once I've located the spine, if you look inside right here, those are what I was talking about you need to cut through. There's these that connect to the spine. And I use this boning knife, because this one I'm not too worried about dulling the knife, to just separate that from the spine on either side of the spine. I'm kind of flexing the knife to either direction just to get started there. It's probably good enough for now, so I'll set that aside. Show you guys here. Since it's already been gutted, I can just go from right here, right at his butt, towards the tail. Just a nice shallow cuts. There is kind of like a hard bone right here that you can kind of cut up and around. Just be careful, you don't want to take it too high and lose any of that meat there. It's weird cutting it this direction. Go, just kind of trace that back to the tail. Jeez, look how fat that thing's tail is. It's girthy. Just like any other fish that you trace, just go ahead and make that shallow cut and then just trace it towards the spine. And again, with these bigger fish, it's totally okay to kind of lift the meat up and just kind of see where you're at and see what's still stuck. It's really easy to miss like a spot or two. So right here I can see that's still stuck right there and right there, and just kind of work that big loin, making sure not to drop it. Just cut those bones right there. Alright, let's take a look, see how we did. Boom. not too bad on that bigger fish. If you look right here, this meat that's left in between these bones right here, you can go through with a spoon and scrape it out and set it aside for your hand rolls, spicy tuna rolls, whatever you want to do with that meat right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna trace down. Right here there is a big section of bone, or just hard skin, that houses all of the, I guess, the ligaments and stuff that make the, what?
That's really cool.
Oh, you haven't seen that before? How? Yeah, literally, this always blows my mind. I always got to check it out, but it sits completely flush. Extremely hydrodynamic when they want to swim fast, and it comes right out. But there is a big section right here that is very difficult to cut through. So I like to just kind of go up and around it. Nice shallow cut, and then once you get past that, you can just continue to go down. All the way down. There, so I've traced it. Run your thumb up, make sure you got everything. And same thing like I did with the bottom loin. Just gonna start working your way. I like to start at the tail because you can remove this section pretty easily here. With tuna, I've noticed it really helps to make long, smooth, like deliberate cuts. If you're kind of doing short, small ones, it is easier to kind of like chunk up the tuna because the knife kind of goes in at different angles each time. So just pick a line and just commit to it. Just a nice, smooth, deliberate cut, and it will come off in a much smoother loin. Got it. Oh. There's the part right here. There it is. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's check this out in the sun real quick. Absolutely beautiful piece of bluefin. Top loin, bottom loin. I'm gonna break this down, cut the bloodlines out, stake it out, and then we wrap them with paper towels. I think that's extremely important. Wrap that fish with paper towels because it sucks out any of the extra moisture or blood, and keep it either on ice or in the fridge. Change the paper towels daily if you're not freezing this fish right away, because if you let it sit in that moisture or like wet paper towels, that's when it'll get kind of mushy and a little fishy. But yeah, that's how I like to break down the tuna. We're gonna get back to work here and get through this because we still have one more to do after this one. Back in the kitchen, guys, and check out this beautiful piece of toro I have right here. Close up on that for you. Just look at the marbling on that. Looks absolutely delicious. So yeah, tonight we're definitely gonna play around with that, make some sashimi, some nigiri, and obviously also chop up some other pieces of that bluefin and just have a little sushi night. But I'm really looking forward to this toro. It's definitely one of my favorite cuts of the bluefin. It's super buttery, super delicious, and yeah, we definitely eat that first whenever we get one of those big bluefins. So looking forward to that. Stay tuned, I'll show you guys what I like to do with it. Oh, okay. So the skin's still attached on the bottom there, so just gonna go ahead and quick little cut there. Let's see how this looks. Jeez, it legitimately looks like a piece of bacon. That is crazy. So I'm thinking that, so that'll be our big piece of sashimi, and then this will go right over the top of the rice for our nigiri. But I don't know, how do you guys like to cut your toro? I think that's probably what I'm gonna do with the rest of this one here. That looks pretty darn good if you ask me. All right, so I think this looks pretty fantastic. What do you guys think? Oh, that's gone.
I think it looks fantastic.
Thanks. So we're just gonna add, get a couple with the jalapeno on here. Throw a little sesame seed on there. Sriracha. Nothing fancy here tonight, guys. Like I said, I like letting the bluefin kind of do the work for me, especially when it's this fresh. You don't have to do anything too crazy, too fancy. We have our wasabi and soy sauce over there. We got toro sashimi, regular sashimi, and then toro nigiri.
Can't wait.
Yeah, there's still a bunch over here that I ran out of room plating, so yeah, this is what we're gonna dig into tonight. How is it so far, man?
You couldn't wait.
You can't wait.
It's too freaking.
Yeah. There we go. Look at that.
You want some water?
No, but I'll take some more wine, please.
If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Like I said, I got another Bluefin video coming out right now. Got a Dorado video coming out after that. And again, the season's just getting started. We got lobster season coming up in like a month and a half. So looking forward to the next few months, that's for sure. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. We'll see you there. Right, Chandler?
See you there.